So let's start with Joey Jackson reading as Michael Cohen and Mercedes Cohen as prosecutor Susan Hoffinger. This exchange here is about the payment itself. Take it away.
Did you speak to Mr. Trump?
I did.
Can you tell us, first of all, why did you speak to Mr. Trump about it?
Because it was a matter that affected him, and because that was what I always did, which was to keep him abreast of everything.
Okay, CNN taking heat over that reenactment of Michael Cohen's testimony yesterday, as Donald Trump's ex-lawyer is heading back to court this morning for another day in the stand. Could have cross-examination a little later on. Join us right now, Senate Judiciary Committee member and former attorney himself, Senator John Kennedy. Senator, good morning to you. What do you make of what they're doing on some of the other channels where they recreate what was going on inside the courtroom?
Well, first, where's Kilmeade today?
He's in Washington. You guys have switched places.
Well, Lawrence and I were speculating that he's really out getting hair plugs. but I don't want to start a rumor.
Joe Biden is the only person that I know actually had hair plugs.
Let me answer your question. Here's my impression. I don't know Mr. Cohen.
Yep.
I've followed him. I suspect he doesn't get invited to too many parties. He reminds me a lot of Michael Avenatti, sort of a grifter type. I'm not saying Mr. Cohen has never done the right thing, but if he did, it was because he was probably constantly supervised and cornered like a rat.
Mm-hmm. New York Times poll we talked a little bit about yesterday showed that in 5 of the 6 battleground states, Donald Trump is actually leading today. If the election were held today, Donald Trump would be president.
Well, that's what this trial is all about.
Well, here's the question. Do you think Donald Trump will be able to get a fair and impartial trial? And a plurality, 49%, said no.
Well, this trial, I think, says more about our politics than it does about our alleged crime. Mr. Bragg, I don't know him either. My observation is that if you want to hide something from him, you put it in a law book. He's bringing a felony criminal trial, but he hasn't proved a felony. Here's why. I think most fair-minded Americans look at President Biden and they say, well, he's old, his vice president's weak, his policies suck, his family has corruption problems, and he's losing the election. Mm-hmm. So he has decided to throw deep, as the vice president might say, kick down the effing door and prosecute his opponent.
Now, you told me during the commercial timeout, you think Kamala Harris using the F-bomb yesterday, that was a calculation. It was focus tested, and they decided this is how she's going to break out.
Well, at this point in the election, having been through a few myself, everything that the president and vice president do is to try to appeal to their base because that's their soft underbelly. But here's the thing. Most Americans look at this and go, no other human being on the face of God's green earth would be charged with this other than Donald Trump. So why is he being charged? Mm-hmm. Political reasons. And this is not supposed to happen in America. It establishes a horrible precedent. This is the sort of thing, I've said this before, that happens in countries whose Powerball jackpot is 287 chickens and a goat. We don't do that in America, and this has established a horrible precedent. This may be the first purely political trial, but it will not be the last, I regret to say.
You know, you remember the summer of 2020, there was a lot of unrest in the United States. A lot of localities decided to adopt soft-on-crime policies. And this guy right here, Senator Kennedy, has actually written a great op-ed on foxnews.com. You can check it out, Fox News Digital.
Thank you.
Where you talk a little bit about how it's gotten so bad in a number of places, including the state of Oregon. We've got a graphic for you. Before they went soft on crime, there were 610 overdoses when it comes to hard drugs. And then in 2022, look at that, 127% increase because they were trying to make it easier and decriminalize hard drugs. Now they realize that was stupid, and they're trying to put the genie back in the bottle.
What you allow is what will continue. And I don't know why this is, but there's some people in this world, they're not sick or mixed up or confused. They just hurt other people and take other people's stuff. And they have to be separated from society. Some of them are on drugs. You want to try to help them with their addiction. But when you just say, well, we're going to give them a hug and some hot cocoa, they go on to commit other crimes. And that's what Oregon has seen, and San Francisco, and Illinois.
And you're sponsoring a bill.
I have a bill. Right now, we punish fentanyl dealers less severely than we do dealers of meth.
Yeah.
It's unconscionable, and my bill would change that, but I can't get my Democratic colleagues to support me.
All right. Senator Kennedy, thank you very much for joining us live. I think you and Brian may actually cross trails going back, probably in Wilmington.
I don't need a hair plug.
Stop it. What's the matter with you? Thank you, Senator. I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.